Hello everyone. Happy December 27th, Sunday. Today is a happy day for me. Big breakthrough for my Divine Masculine and myself. Finally had some energy of opening up. Finally got past a hurdle. Completed a lesson. Check. Hopefully some of you out there are doing the same. If you can, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. That would give me some great energy. Trying to get it going here. And also leave me a positive comment. By doing all three, it puts you into the drawing for these beautiful cards. Again, once I get 50 subscribers, I will be doing a drawing based off the comments of all my videos collectively, and someone will be getting that beautiful deck. And I will be showing you that deck today. So have a special treat for you guys today. Today I'm doing a personal general reading for who? My Divine Masculine. Say hello. Say hello. Say hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
All right. So he's a little camera shy. That's okay because I am too. All right. So let me go ahead and do our prayer. Dear Spirit, please use me as your channel today to deliver the messages for, I'm just going to say my masculine. I'm not going to say his name out loud on camera. And may only information of love and light for his greatest good come through me today. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's get started. So now the messages that come across for Mr. Masculine here is also going to be the messages that will resonate for a large portion of you all. So there is probably, there's a big group, let's just say, 10,000 people, in our same storyline. So if you haven't noticed that yet, that is something that you should notice. So, all right, let's see. Today, this is the Soul's Journey lesson card. So, Spirit, what lesson does, let's say, Mr. Masculine need to work on currently? Spirit, what lesson does Mr. Masculine need to work on currently? Spirit, what's his current lesson? What is this group of masculines' current lesson that they need to work on? Please, Spirit, show me the cards. Self-esteem. Perfect. Because that was one of the big points in our conversation that we had was self-esteem. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And I am going to read from the book on that because I want you guys to get the full message from that. Let me make sure. Yes, I do have my microphone on today. Good job, Jennifer. Still, excuse the voice. I swear I didn't smoke a carton of cigarettes, just a few, but it's the allergies. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So, Mr. Masculine, this says, it is easy to perceive others as being better than you. This is a trap of the ego. There is no one greater or lesser than you. There are only those who have learned how to reveal their gifts to a greater or lesser degree. Everyone is born with unique abilities of the soul, and just like snowflakes, no two are ever alike. You have a unique perspective to share with the world and have come back this time to put your stamp on it. This is your stamp. This is the life that matters. Perhaps you may not be aware or even in tune with your incredible and gifted self. Why not try to make a list of 10 aspects of yourself or abilities that you possess, that you love and hold in high regard? It is not only easy to write about yourself, but sometimes you need to be reminded just how special you are. Remember that you did not come down to this schoolroom by accident. You have a meaning and a reason for being. You are a treasure chest of incredible gifts and insights. Now is the time to celebrate you. Yay. Thank you, Spirit, for that. That was a perfect lesson, wasn't that, Mr. Masculine? That was definitely. All right, and here in a little bit, at the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a lesson card Spirit's going to come through for us and show us a lesson that he has mastered already. That way he can see that and be proud of himself. So I am going to go ahead. I love these. This is the mystical healing. I'm going to pull one of these. And this is something that currently needs to be healed within this group of collective masculines, including Mr. Masculine here with me. Call me Mrs. Feminine. All right. Current healing. What does he currently need to heal? Oh, we have two. Okay. He said take this one, not this one. That's what I just heard. We have explore your ancestry. You know, that's funny. But ancestry was also a topic of our conversation, wasn't it, Mr. Masculine? What exactly we talked about was how in this lifetime, Mr. Masculine is meant to break a karmic cycle that has, or let's say a karmic curse, whatever you want to call it. It is a cycle that has been in his family for a few generations and passed down to a few, and it is his place this lifetime to, I guess, be in the same cycle and break out of it and be that leader to others to show that this can happen. So he is the leader of the pack to break out of an ancestral karmic pattern, thought patterns, ways of doing things, which in his case was very narcissistic. So, and many of you can agree that the masculines, their behavior has been quite narcissistic. So, it is your place this lifetime to break that karmic family pattern. All right, let's read from the book. It says, explore your ancestry. Work on your ancestral patterns. Haha, see, told you. I know what I'm talking about. That's right. Your personality is essentially a mixture of your karmic tendencies and certain characteristics you have inherited from your family. While some of these inherited characteristics are extremely helpful and allow you to expand on the talents and abilities you have brought with you, other, more suppressed aspects could be holding you back from becoming all that you are destined to be. This card asks you to examine how the shadowy, unrefined aspects of your parents' behaviors have crept into your life and are limiting your growth in maturity. Some of these behaviors could include being pushy, harsh, opinionated, controlling, manipulative, domineering, wanting things your own way, constantly. Did they meet you guys and then write this book? I mean, come on. Okay, I'll keep on. Constantly sweating the small stuff, self-sabotage, selfishness, playing a victim, using guilt as a way to punish, etc. So recognize these behaviors in yourself could seem a little confrontational, especially if you have spent your life trying to be as different from your parents as possible. Yet, it's only through confronting your limitations that you can evolve or delete it's into someone who lives their life consciously and autonomously. Don't know exactly what this word means, but you can look it up. So the action here is on a daily basis, begin to see yourself objectively. That means being able to look at yourself, and your situation from a side point of view, not as yourself, but as someone else looking in. Recognize without judgment when you are repeating old familial hurtful patterns and acting out of alignment with your best self. And take a moment to give yourself another option by asking, if I were coming from my higher self or from someone else, what would I think, say, or do if I saw this behavior? Even if it's difficult, try to slowly put to practice new ways of thinking, feeling, new ways of reacting. So being able to, and the key, a lot of the key is before you react, to try to really stop and count to 10. And take that moment before you react and say some things you don't mean, because you know you don't mean them. And so this has been a practice that, let me tell you, has been a struggle for even myself. All right, so to propel you along, I'm going to get you a law of attraction. So, Mr. Masculine, did you find anything? Well, pretty much that's what we discussed. What was it that I read and I wrote down? It says, we are not our behavior. Our behavior is a result of our environment, and behaviors can always be changed because so it's really important not to judge someone else. Other people are in their journey. All right, some law of attraction, just some a little mantra to get you going. What is something for the masculines, for the spirit? Not that one. Law of attraction. Stop. Right there. Practice. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired financial goals. So, now these are resulting around money to bring in flow, but just take out the word financial. Every day I practice my ability to reach my desired goals. And that's what that just said, is practicing. It takes a little practice every day to make those changes. And after you do it so many times, it becomes, what is that? After you do something 1,000 something times, then it becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? You do it without even thinking about it, you know? So you do it without even, after you do something 1,000 something times, it becomes, you know, you start doing it, you do it without even having to think about it. It's just your regular practice then. We're going to go now to, I haven't used this deck in a while. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. So this is going to be your general reading. Let's go. So I hope you all got something good, and I just think it's so great. My spirit is good. My team is great because it fell right in line with exactly what we talked about. Because let me tell you something, everyone. We were on the outs. I was packing my shit, and I was heading back to Kentucky. So we finally got to communicate why he was doing and saying the things he was doing, and I understand now, and he understands, and we are moving forward. That lesson has been checked, but you still have to keep it in check. We have discontent and boredom. All right, let me get a little bit of a storyline here. This is going to be recent past. I'm not taking reversals. All right. Just a little recap, recent past. Discontent and boredom, sacrifice, that is a major arcana. And moving on. So, for your reading on the recent past, this was you masculines, and just so you know, the roles can be reversed on the energies. He can be a she can be a he. Could very well be the female that's in the same role here. This was not seeing. This was knowing. If you look at the card, if you look at the card, right here in the background is everything that he wants. And see him, he's just sitting here, don't really know what to do with himself. And see at his feet, all he has to do is turn around and face what it is that he truly wants, but out of not really knowing what to do, doing nothing, continuing to do the same thing, the same patterns, the same everything, and not knowing exactly how to approach to come to your kingdom. See that? All you have to do is turn around and literally face it. So we have the sacrifice. So what do you do? See, she's in the water. Water represents emotions. And of course, rainbow is, you can't deny anything about a rainbow is except something wonderful. So what happened here is you guys sat in your emotions, you stepped into it, you did the damn thing, you turned around and you sacrificed your ego and faced what it is that you want. What is your kingdom? You've turned, what is it that you're wanting for your future? You turned around and you faced it. You sacrificed your ego, and we have the moving on. See on this card how his back is to what's dark and he's walking into the light. This is moving on. See there? This is what's dark and he's moving on to light. This is leaving behind the things that did not serve you in that situation and walking towards the light, going towards the rainbow and facing what it is that you truly want in life. Right there. You see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. That was recent past. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. Good job, baby. Mm-hmm. Good job. Mm-hmm. Good job. All right. So let's go ahead and get a current energy on this. So that was a confirmation, and that is the exact confirmation. Did you see that confirmation? That's how Spirit works for us. Never lets us down. Love begins. Oh gosh, we have another rainbow. It's a beautiful card. Look at that. They are pouring, they're sharing the bowl, and they're pouring the water into the stream, and the water is what? Emotions. They're got a hold of their emotions, what it is they're filling their cup with, their love, their passions. And as I said passions, here's passion ignited. And what is that? What's highlighted there? What's circled and highlighted there? The heart. This is you guys opening your heart chakra. Needing to get some Reiki done, like mine's going to, because just so happened I am now a what? Reiki master. He gets to be my client. We have third eye chakra, and we have new beginnings. Okay. So, current energy, you guys. I mean, you can't get more beautiful than this. Look, that is him and that is her. They both have a hold of what it is that they want in life, and they are working together. And look, the rainbow again. This is the number one. And look, we have two number one cards. So, that's a new beginning. And look, new beginning came with it. So, you cannot make that up. New beginning came in the current energy, and then you have both ones here. And we have passion ignited. And like I was just showing him, what is highlighted here, this is a fire, lighting that fire within you. On what it is that you want for yourself. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about the feminine. Don't worry about anybody else or anything else. But what is it you want? What is it that brings you, makes you burn hot inside? What is it that is going to propel you forward? What is it you want to do with yourself? And it's right here, the heart area, and it's going to have to start with opening that heart chakra that has now been closed for so long, getting that chakra opened up, practicing techniques in love, learning and practicing every day replacing a negative thought that pops in your head, because you can't help it when they pop in, and stopping yourself, taking that practice, as we spoke about, to change these thought patterns and replace it with a loving thought, something with love, you know, and finding the silver linings in every situation, getting out of the negativity, the need to control something, or need to, or when you think things have to be stopped, they don't have to do anything. Let it go, and let's just have, you know, let life be an adventure. Open up to the possibilities of, let's just see what happens. Just like we used to do when we used to sneak out or whatever when we were teenagers. We never knew what was going to happen, but we did it anyway. You know, it was an adventure. And sometimes everything, you know, sometimes we got away with it. A few times we got caught. And another time, the whole damn tire fell off the front of the truck out in BFE. But thank God we had that jug of hooch. What I'm saying is, even though we don't know, we didn't try to control the outcome. We just went and experienced whatever and just let it be. So just like, you know, just being okay with whatever happens. And we have new beginnings. And this person is, look, she is stepping into the world. And if you look, what's highlighted here, this is her foundation. This is at her feet. Her feet, the world under her, is being highlighted here, because this is, in order to have anything else in your life, you have to have a foundation to stand on. So this is you practicing and being aware and being conscious of yourself every day, and really practicing and working hard at it, and building your foundation under your feet. Because if there's no foundation, the building's just going to crumble and topple to the ground without a solid foundation. So this is highlighting for you to 3 things here in the current energy. Spirit wants to remind you to do everything in love, and keep in mind who it is and what it is that you love. Okay? And to open that heart chakra, build that foundation, this new foundation. Get out of these ancestral patterns and build a new foundation for yourself and others that is going to witness this, and for your family that is coming up behind, your kids, your grandkids. You are building a new solid foundation for your family. And this is the third eye chakra. This is following your intuition, allowing images, that this is allowing spirit to connect, and connecting with your intuitive side and your psychic side, and maybe exploring those a little bit more, because that's what's being highlighted there. So heart, root or base, and psychic senses, chakras. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Energy moving forward. Energy moving forward. What is the energy moving forward for Mr. Masculine and the collective in the same spot? All right. Okay. Let's just leave that. All right. Energy moving forward, please, Spirit. There's one. We have trapped in fear. You know, we were talking also, weren't we, Mr. Masculine, about how a lot of the actions that people do are fear-based actions that, yeah, okay, are fear-based actions. They're things that you all do that is based on fear. And why is it that you have fear? It's because you don't have confidence in yourself, because of low self-esteem. Fear-based actions or behaviors stem from a lack of self-love and a lack of believing in yourself, low self-esteem, low confidence level. For whatever reason, you don't know how fucking awesome you all are. and how much you are loved and how much you are going to be of great service to this world, and how much these small changes, by you making these small changes, you may not see it now. You may think, well, that's not nothing. But this small change that you all are making, okay, just like dropping a pebble into a pond. You know, you drop it, it makes a little bloop, but then you watch what happens. That the what's it called? The well, you know what I'm saying. The rings, it expands and it goes clear across the pond eventually. So what you see as a small thing actually is going to create change for generations to come. You have no idea how big this, what seems small, how much of a change it is going to create for everyone moving forward, because we are the pioneers. We are the warriors, the Marines going in first to start and create these changes. And we are the ones forging the path for others to follow. So that is what our job is here, is to come together. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. If you can, you know as well as me, it's the best you know you're going to get. So if you can manage it, you can get over your differences, you can do the lesson work, it will be the best relationship. And our job is to raise the vibration of others around us for a future, because we are fighting the war against lack of empathy. Okay, so that is what it is. We are fighting the war against the lack of empathy that, for whatever reason, you can call it narcissism, you can call it this, whatever reason it was created and has been gotten away with for so long. For some reason, this is the impact. It's getting ready to have a far greater detrimental impact on our world if we don't make the changes now. And that is what we are doing, is raising the vibration and making these changes and breaking these ancestral patterns. Each of us on both sides. So that is what our job is, and we are the starting team. So energy moving forward, Spirit highlighted. We have 2 8s here as well, so might want to look up and look. We have 7, 8, 9. This is a progression. We have trapped in fear. So you see this person sitting on the floor. There is a window pane in front of him, and you can see that the sun is on the other side, and he's holding his head and he's holding his knee. I mean, he's kind of like up in a ball, and he's kind of like, you can tell he's like kind of like rocking. We have the Power, which is a major arcana, and this is wisdom. This is strength. This is the strength card. This is reaching deep and finding that inner strength, what it is that you need to do to get past these fears, these fear-based behaviors that you are so quick to react with first and foremost. This is getting past that. This is going within and facing the traumatic events of your life that has brought you to the traumatic events of your life in the last few years. So every action is cause and effect. So understanding why and loving yourself and forgiving yourself, and because you cannot you cannot love anyone else unconditionally until you can love yourself unconditionally. You cannot help anyone else until you can help yourself. You cannot be of any type of assistance or of anything in a relationship until it has to start with you. Once you can do it for yourself, then you can do it for the other person. So this is you guys finding your strength, because you are what? You all are divine beings in this temporary meat suit, and you all have signed up for this shit. You signed up for this mission. So get past it and do the work. Stop fighting it. Patience and planning. And if you see in this card, you have different seasons. You have, looks like what? Spring, summer, fall, and winter. See that? And then you have highlighted here is the light coming down. And look, it's almost like the light coming down onto him that's sitting there. You see that? how that kind of corresponds. Isn't that neat? This is, do not have an expectation of a turnout. Be happy with the small steps. This is taking time to take the small steps, because anything that is done in a rush is not good quality. Everything that is taken time, and when you plant a seed and it grows, and the fruit, you don't let whatever it is fully bloom and the fruit ripen, it's not a fruit that you're going to enjoy. It's not an edible fruit. It's not a fruit that's going to sustain. You're going to take one, you have to let yourself, and we have the solitude card. This is like, kind of like the hermit, and you have the tower here. See how, again, look, behind her, how like this tower is being, this is your all's tower moment to stop and go within. See, she's holding this book. This is a book of wisdom, but this is your book of wisdom. This is the book of the wisdom that is within your soul, that you have carried, that you have stored in your soul from lifetimes before. This is you going inside and accessing that wisdom, because it's every life you have soul growth in the lessons that you have brought with it. So this is you all going in and accessing your wisdom that you have stored, and documenting the wisdom that you have learned from this lifetime. This is your tower moment. All towers don't have to be about everything fucking falling apart and crumbling, which it may take that before you finally get it. I mean, pretty much that's where we were. I mean, I have half my shit packed, was going to leave. So that was our tower moment. And we did what? We, above all else, we have love. And it is through love that we finally put our ego aside and do what it is that we need to do. Love for ourselves and love for others. So, take the time you need. Access that strength in your inner wisdom. And this is also goes with downloads that you're going to be getting from the universe. Downloads that you're going to be getting from spirit. And learning to recognize your thoughts, and a thought that is placed from your spiritual team, your angels, anyone on your team, Jesus, Mary, whoever's placing this information, giving you information, and don't ignore it. Learn to discern what is your thoughts and what is theirs, because if we can channel, me, when I hear spirit, I hear it in my own voice. So for years, I didn't know I was channeling. So with that being said, I had to finally learn, well, if I'm sitting there looking at dog food and thinking about dog food, and then a message that says, hey, tell that woman, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't thinking about telling that woman whatever. I mean, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about dog food. So that is where you're going to be your first cue of what is your thought and what is a spiritually downloaded thought. So being mindful and aware of yourself is where that starts. So thank you, Spirit, for that recap and the energy we need going forward. So I'm going to wrap up this reading. Hang on just one moment. Okay, I'm going to pull, this is a different one. Oh, I am going to go ahead and pull another lesson. So I'm going to pull one of these cards. This is a Blessed Bee. I didn't have the deck out and ready. So Spirit said, pull that out. So this is something, this is the Mystical Celtic Blessing cards to enrich and empower. These are blessing cards to enrich and empower. So Spirit wants to make sure that you guys are enriched and empowered, so that you all are fully strength and charged to continue this long. Now it's kind of like running a marathon. You can't, when you have a longer race, you can't take off out of the gate and rush it and hurry up to get there, because what, you're going to tire out quick before you get to the finish line. This is about pacing yourself, being patient with yourself, being forgiving of yourself and others, practicing mindfulness of your behaviors every day. So Spirit, what is this blessing that you want to highlight? Right there it is. A blessing on your sleep. Right there. That's actually it. Right there. A blessing for healing if injury or illness. A blessing for healing. This is about healing. Spirit wants you to highlight. See how this person is also in nature. This is about you getting grounded and doing this, taking some solitude, taking some time to heal yourself. Because when you heal, and being in nature helps you ground and get you centered. And also the nature, like hug a damn tree if you have to. Seriously, I had a favorite tree that I would hug all the time, because that energy that it pulls from the earth then transfers to you, and it gives you energy. It makes you grounded. All these wish-washy emotions inside of you, it settles them. It helps you center your thoughts and your clarity. So this is about getting out in nature and getting yourself centered and grounded and healing the things that you need to heal inside of you, so that you stop acting on these fear-based behaviors. And in turn, that does what? It helps you. Getting grounded will help you with your base, and it will help you by healing. You will open up that heart chakra, okay? And it's going to create a flow that will then help open up your intuitive side. So a blessing for healing of illness or injury. I don't even have to read from the book. They gave me the exactly what it is that they wanted to say and highlight by that. Getting grounded, getting centered, and what is it? The law of cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. Okay? Everything you do has a consequence. Every action performed has an effect on something. So in this case, by getting yourself centered and grounded, the action and reaction is then it helps you with your base. Then the energy flows to your heart, then which, so you know how they say shit rolls downhill? Well, the energy flows uphill and out your head and to the divine. So that is what they're saying there. So thank you. And I'm going to real quick give you all a lesson that you all have mastered, so you all can see it and be proud of yourselves. So Spirit, what is a lesson that our masculine has mastered already? Oh wow, that was quick. Trust. And this is a brand new lesson. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Finally, when we communicated, it took a huge amount of trust. He finally handed over the burdens, and he trusted that he could trust in me and finally communicate, that I wouldn't judge, and it was the best thing. It was the best gift that I've ever gotten, and it was the best thing he could have done, because if not, we would have stayed there. I would probably be on the road very soon, if not already. So trust. That was your first step, and finally mastering the lesson of what trust is. That is what trust is when you finally let go of the fear-based possibility of something going wrong and just trusting in this other person that, that they're going to take care of you and have your back. And being able to do that, and also handing those fears over, because really all you're doing is you're trying to control the outcome by acting on fear-based behaviors, because you're not trusting you're not giving your faith to Spirit, and you're not trusting that He is going to have, Spirit is going to take care of you. So you are not showing Spirit faith. You're not giving Spirit your faith when you're constantly acting in fear and trying to control everything around you. You're not giving your faith to Spirit, and there's no trust. So you have to hand whatever it is over to God or Spirit, however you want to say it. Hand it over to God. Let it just be an adventure, and trust that Spirit is going to take care of you, because the outcome that you are trying to achieve is nothing compared to the outcome that Spirit is going to provide for you. Okay? Thank you very much for your time today. Remember, please give me a comment. Give me some info. Give me some love. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscription, because I will be doing that giveaway. Give me a positive comment. Tell me something about yourself. That way I can get your energy, and I can let my channel grow and provide you guys more information. Have a great day. Love and light.